Previously on the blood-soaked rose.
But you see Bryok insert himself, like he's not in danger at all.
I'll start leveraging the idea that I'd like to meet him, Varley.
You make sure you come 2 nights hence, you join in, maybe you'll get to meet Varley.
Walks towards the spot in question.
This is our place. You're not welcome here.
They're getting bolder and they will show force.
I've got some oil for my blade. It'll cut down that vampire, something quick.
But that may not be the only adversary we have.
What, are you talking about the elves? Isn't that the way things normally are?
Most of us tend to keep and mind our own business.
A revolution, that's hardly monsters, that's just trouble between people living around. But how's this catacomb linked in?
We're relying on 2 people getting drunk and sending them down into an era where there are domestic terrorists.
Aurelius is a lycanthrope. You're turning tonight.
And he begrudgingly puts it on.
No fire magic for the others tonight.
No.
And now,
Aurelius has requested his hour to take a moment to himself. He has some sort of private business to attend to, but you meet back after that hour and go over the plan once more for possibly hunting this catacomb. Either in character or out, just confirm with each other that you're on the same page about what it is you plan to do to corner or hunt this catacomb.
We're going to go down to Serpent Street. We're going to follow the guards on patrol, potentially get the same ones and get them drunk, but I don't think that's really necessary. We just need some warm bodies.
I think it's quite necessary.
Okay, well...
I'm happy to take on that particular endeavor. I can ingratiate myself to 2 guards that have just recently come off duty, play into their insecurities and their ego, and hine them with drink and with beer before sending them in a rage down to pick a fight. Because, as you've mentioned, there are particular weaknesses that this particular creature tends to have. Is that not correct?
Well, if it drains blood of someone who's half pissed, then there'll be some sort of slowing down effect. But really, I'm trying to kill it before it drains too much blood. Might affect my pay.
Right, so are we just going to go to a tavern then that's nearby and find two angry humans and send them down after we've encouraged them to drink a bit more? Is that generally the idea?
I'll be following them.
I think you explicitly said you're finding Victor and Jorn.
Well, that was the initial idea, but then it was kind of brought to our attention that maybe any 2 guards
Any
will do.
2 guards
the
could
idea
be
is,
riled up. Yeah.
The idea is
Yeah.
to find 2 that have just come
Okay.
off duty.
Okay, you could do that. Yeah, for sure.
And then so Aurelius's plan is to basically play into their egos and their arrogance and kind of, be like, oh, well, as you'll hopefully see if he rolls well, it's the idea of really playing into them and, country and God and all that sort of stuff. And
so-
I'll buy you some beer.
So if you're going to do that, where are you others going to wait for him? Outside the tavern or somewhere in the Temple District?
I think Eve will wait outside the tavern, ideally trailing them and remaining kind of as unseen as possible, if she can, so that she's following these guards, trailing them. The minute the catacomb comes in for the attack, that's when she'll swoop in.
I imagine Bryok will probably follow the Witcher.
Yeah.
As safe as it would be
That's a good
for
idea.
Bryok, as safe as it would be with the red armband at night.
Yes.
The elves don't seem to be having trouble with this creature. It's probably best if I hide behind the monster hunter when hunting a monster.
Might be a good idea. I don't know.
Safest place to be.
Potentially.
Seems like a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, some people would argue that being far away as possible from a monster hunter is the best place to
Well,
be.
yeah, since they'll be heading towards a monster.
The other side of the country, maybe. but
Bryok's playing into the Witcher theme of the lesser evil.
yes, maybe if I just stick here. Okay, so someone give me a
I was
streetwise
gonna
about
say,
where to
Bryok-
find these people.
Bryok, Bryok, you've at least had a few travelers through Vizima. Would you perchance know where maybe some of the guards would go to blow off steam after a long shift?
Well, I think if it would entirely depend on where their shift would be. I mean, they really have full run of the city, so any tavern that's close by to where they might be off duty would suit.
Yeah, but the ones in the trade quarter probably price them out a little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. If they're going to be sent down to the
temple quarters, that's where they're gonna drink.
That's where they'll drink. So,
do you want to give me a streetwise?
Sure. Whichever one is closest to the Little Mahakam.
Yeah.
Really.
Hope it has a stupid name.
That's 19.
The fuzzy duck.
So right near the slums, kind of in the shady part of town, is the Hairy Bear.
Great.
It's a place of fist fights and drug dealing, fist tech dealing, and it's catty corner from the Eager Thighs brothel, which is another good place to find bored guardsmen as
Who
well.
are just off duty.
Yeah. So, and they're literally, like I say, catty corner from each other. They're right across the street, so people can literally just stumble out of the Hairy Bear into the Eager Thighs of the Eager Thighs.
Hey.
Eager Thighs.
The Eager Thighs, yeah. Again, another canon name of an actual brothel.
Fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's the Eager Thighs brothel.
Well, you don't want to
It's
be
in Witcher 1.
You don't want to be guessing.
No, I'm definitely in the right place.
Say what you mean what you say.
Yeah. Bryok will... Well, I suggest we head to the Hairy Bear. It's in the local area, and I'm sure there are plenty of bored, angry, and drunk men there already for us to send down. Guards notwithstanding.
Fantastic. Beautiful. Well,
Then, Bryok, you and I will be going to Serpent Street. Hopefully we can stalk out a good area.
Oh, I've already been down there. Are you saying that we should go down there earlier, or we should trail the men who go down there? Do you want us to go down there first and wait for the men, or should we follow the men as they drunkenly stumble down to Serpent Street?
Well, we'll follow them, but there might be a place for you to hide yourself if you can sneak up past them. They'll let you in, won't they? Somewhere in the alley where you can shoot arrows into them? Or are you just going to stand behind me?
are you going to be a part of the combat that is inevitably to come, Bryok, or are you going to be at a safe distance?
Why? I presumed I would help.
All right, just stay behind me then. Suit yourself. Then we'll try and stick to the shadows as Aurelius leads them in.
And there's like a visible sigh. It's like, oh, well, let's get it done then.
Can you give me an endurance check, please?
Oh, God damn it. Okay.
Is this for drinking?
Sure.
We'll say yes. We'll say that yes, it is. The audience knows what it's for.
Ellen and I don't.
You guys don't know what
Though I
it's
suspected that's what it was in reference to.
for. Yes.
That's a 15.
Okay. You're all right for now. Okay for now.
Noted.
Damn you, Phil, and your impeccable face.
That's an interesting
All
role.
right.
Who can say what it refers to? You
Who can
lovely,
say
lovely
there's
audience.
no visible effects of that role to anybody, and you obviously don't know that there was a role that took place.
That's right. Yeah, in that case, both The Witcher and I go down to the Hairy Bear and stand outside in the shadows waiting for two drunk men to emerge with our mage and with our mage.
With our pet mage. What I kind of thought that Ellen was getting at, and not to throw a spanner in the works, I wondered if Eve wanted to scope out the lay of the battlefield herself with her own eyes.
That's
Yeah.
what I was
That's
asking.
kind of what I was getting at. Like, are you happy with just a description, or do you want to see it with your own eyes?
I think she wants to go in.
Okay, well
because-
then,
yeah,
Bryok will take you.
yeah, because she'll need to lay Arden
But then are we
down.
laying down there, or are we coming back to the Hairy Bear and then following the two drunk men? That's what I was
Yeah.
asking
This is the
earlier.
question.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Are you going to go have a quick scope and then come back and wait? Or are you going to lie in wait at the alleyway?
Because if you do lie in wait, it hopefully should be very clear when two drunken guards come stumbling in.
Come
So
in,
that is, you know, I can't send you a text or anything to let you know they're
Well,
coming.
yeah, that was my reason for it could be best to stick with the guards, but I mean they'll be
Now's decision time.
coming through.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm following your lead.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hide myself then, as stealthy as I can be, until I notice the guards coming past.
You're going to Serpent
going to
Street.
Serpent
I'm gonna
Where?
stay into Serpent Street.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
going down to
Yeah.
Serpent
Yeah.
Street together.
Yes.
And we're
Waiting.
setting
And I'll
ourselves
lead
in.
the lamb to slaughter to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, are you wearing your armband?
Yeah.
You're okay. I need a stealth roll from you to
Alrighty.
be conspicuous as you move through the city.
Streetwise, wouldn't it?
Well, she's trying to be sneaky.
Oh, you're trying to stealth down into Serpent Street.
Yeah, I think Chris has the right of it. Like, finding a hiding place in Serpent Street, stealth. Getting there without
Getting
being...
to Serpent Street.
Getting to Serpent Street without being accosted. Give me a streetwise. Or some sort of intimidate or something like that. You can to sort of...
Grooming
keep people away from you. Yeah.
Also, Phil, while this is being looked at, question, is the hairy bear on the way to
Yeah.
Serpent Street?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's in the slums, so it's not far at all. Yeah.
Good. All I'll need to
in the
know
right
is-
zone.
Yeah, great.
We like to call it the Temple District. Thank you very
The
much.
the zone.
The zone.
Yes, it's in the Temple District, in the slummier part of the
Temple Quarter.
Yes.
Am I able to...
I know.
Stop,
I keep
stop
doing.
correcting me.
I made the mistake in the first place.
Yeah,
I'm
in
correcting
In the combat
myself.
zone.
Yes,
The
that's
combat
right.
zone.
Am I able to use awareness?
You can give me an awareness roll. Yeah, give me
Yeah.
an awareness roll.
12. No, sorry, 13.
13. Okay, so the winter's cold has really started to bite now. This is a cold night, and the people crowded into the slums here are really starting to look desperate. They're building makeshift fires in the street. They're looking fearfully out from their hovels and tents, and people are begging. They're saying they're already out of food. And you even pass a couple of frozen corpses now in the streets. People who have not had enough shelter or food or help, and they have just collapsed somewhere in the street. But apart from that desperate background situation, you don't notice anything particularly out of the usual with that roll. So it doesn't give you a bonus to your streetwise. It doesn't help you get there unnoticed. Did you roll a streetwise already?
No.
Okay, give me a streetwise.
It's like a 9.
You get there unmolested. You don't know why. Can Bryok give me a streetwise?
Yeah, absolutely. As a player, I think I know, and probably
Yeah.
as a character,
Yeah.
I think I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 23.
Yeah.
Oh,
People don't
still
mess-
rolling well.
People don't mess with witches. They
Yeah.
can see her eyes. They can see her swords.
Yeah.
They can see she means business.
And it's the
They're
dim
not
of, it's the dim of night, so
Yeah.
her eyes would be reflecting like
Yes.
red cat's eyes in the middle of the night. Not a comforting sight.
So you notice that she's being, the people,
Observed.
She's being observed.
Yes,
but-
and noted as a witcher.
and noted as a witcher and left alone, probably for that reason.
Cool.
Yeah.
I might saddle up. Well, Bryok will saddle up next to, walk up to Eve and whisper quietly. Well, I think the population knows that the witch is here to do a job.
Fantastic. So they'll stay out of my way then.
Yeah,
Most people do.
you're a witcher. You're a professional.
That doesn't mean a lot to most people. While I'm on this side, at least. Alright, do you see any good place to post up until these drunkards come through?
Well, when I was down there earlier, there's a big wall. That's the outer wall to the city. And so there aren't a lot of places to hide along there. But in the nooks and crannies of the buildings itself, there might be somewhere that we could hide.
Perfect. Can you find us one?
I'm not a big hider, personally.
I should roll stealth then.
Bryok can give me an awareness as well, please, just for your
Sure.
observations on the way to Serpent Street.
I like the honesty.
Yeah.
I'm actually not about hiding that well.
Yeah.
I rolled an 11.
I want to be conspicuous.
You
That
don't
way
know-
people
That
find
place
me.
has shadows. I guess there.
That's about as good as it gets.
I'm not going to give you any bonuses
You
to your
just-
stealth roll.
You just look into the dark. Yep, it's pretty dark. Could probably stay anyway.
It's night,
Yes.
and there are no torches. A perfect place to hide.
All right, I'm gonna roll.
Meanwhile, it's a full moon, just right over the city. I'm like,
That's an 18 for Eve.
For stealth?
Yup.
Okay.
Yo.
and I'll roll one as well, Phil. I'll roll
for
a
it.
stealth roll as well. If I see the Witcher trying to hide, I'll be like, oh, okay.
Might not fool a Catacan, but
Well, I rolled an 11.
Jesus, what have you got? Bells around your neck.
Well, hopefully you'll be fine.
So instead of hiding, you're approached by some more people of of the red of the blood-soaked rose.
Great. Red is
They
probably not a
recognise-
super great color to hide with either.
Yeah, they recognize you from earlier, and they're like, "Oh, good to see you back.
Oh, hello, friends. Yeah,
You know, we're safe here. We're safe here.
that's good.
We've
That's
been told. We've been told we're under
good.
protection.
Who's been telling us this?
Varley says we have a patron who's protecting us.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So while we're here in Serpent Street, we can't be harmed. So it's good to see you back here. You should stay here at night.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Why
we-
is that?
Varley says we have a patron
Oh, okay.
protecting us.
A patron's a powerful person?
Powerful patron.
Oh, fantastic.
While we're here in Serpent Street, we can't be harmed.
Awesome. That's excellent.
Awesome.
I'll take awesome again.
Oh, I love it.
Gee, crikey.
That's fantastic. That's good news.
Why? I'm going Mickey fucking Mouse. I hate it.
I feel like is it maybe a nervous thing for him? Maybe he just
It's
goes
just
much
because I'm
more.
going quieter.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that, my friends. If we're safe in this Serpent Street, then I'm glad to be here with you.
Yeah. Yeah, you should consider moving your things here.
I might.
Good.
Do I overhear any of this?
You're trying to hide, so
Yeah.
no.
I've kind of like shut my
I
senses
mean, you can give
off.
me an awareness at a -2.
Goddamn patron better watch themselves.
That patron's gonna die.
Yeah, that's like a 10.
No, you definitely don't hear the conversation at all.
Is he trying to hide? If anything, it's annoying hearing all these whispers. I'm like, everyone shut up.
I'm going to leave you guys there for a second, and we're going to go back to our mage Aurelius at the Hairy Bear.
The reason I asked is whether it's on the way. Is I feel like if we were to cut back just before entering the Hairy Bear with the three of you, Aurelius would stop just before entering. Witcher, I require you to do me a slight favor.
Is it for coin?
Well, now that you mention it, I do require some coin if that's... I'm a little light at the moment.
I don't have anything.
Well, that's fantastic. Could I perchance borrow some?
I think she's just gonna like stare him down. Why would I do that?
It's for the greater good.
I don't give a fuck about a greater good. I just want to kill a vampire.
It enables me to ply them with drink and then send them your way.
I believe I've already said it doesn't matter if they're full of drink. It'll slow the vampire down, but hardly a fraction of anything that'll be useful to us.
If you were to provide me with some crowns, the second part of what I would ask you, I think, is more within some enjoyment for you, which is to give me a good hard slap in the face before I walk in the door.
I think she'll do it right away.
You give him like 5 spare crowns and a slap in the face?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So you immediately slap him, and he holds out his hand.
Yeah, she'll deposit 5 crowns in there.
The
I bet
booze...
she'll close her hand over it and kind of lean into his face, even though she's like a few inches shorter.
Yeah.
If that doesn't come back, that will be with interest.
Pleasure. And he turns around.
Okay.
And he uses the anger that he's got, like that fight or flight.
Yes, yeah, the adrenaline, yeah.
To burst through the door.
Great.
Fucking witches!
Whoa, what's going on here there?
Fucking damn it! And he'll use that like adrenaline, and he goes up to the table and just goes, "A beer, thank you."
So there's a little do you a serving wench or the bar itself?
He'll just go straight up to the bar. Presumably, especially if there is like 1 or 2 people sitting at the bar, if he knows that, if he does happen to spot the garb of...
It's a short little bar. Generally, it's not like a long bar like you'd see in a modern place. It's just kind of like there's a fat guy polishing glasses mugs with a greasy rag back there. But as he puts an ale down, you can turn around and you can survey the bar. And yeah, you see a couple of guardsmen over there in the corner.
And he looks over at them and just goes, "Have you seen the goddamn witcher that's just rolled into town?"
They have to roll awareness.
What's a witcher?
How much money did you get?
Can you roll under your luck for me?
Under my luck.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
gave him 5 crowns to slap in the face.
I have 1 luck.
That's a beer.
Roll 1.
8.
No.
There is This goddamn witcher that rolled into town 2 days has been spouting out nonsense about the kingdom and has been absolutely talking shit about what she did to Captain Reuben.
Oh, hang on. What's this about Captain Reuben? I heard he got killed by Scoto.
Yes, that's what she wanted you to think, wasn't it? No. She rolled in to Little Mahakam, where she is now, by the way, and she decided that she was going to give it to the kingdom. But of course, we all know that people such as yourself... You know what? I'm so glad to see you here. And he turns around to the barkeep. Another 2 beers, thank you.
Oh, well, I was gonna ask who you were, but that's speaking my language. Sit down there.
He pulls out and he like
This guy's a bloody idiot.
sidles on, puts the 3 beers. It's like, people like you are underestimated, are underappreciated.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, me specifically, yes.
That's
yes.
it. What is your name?
What, me? My name?
Yes, your name, good sir. Pushes the beer underneath his nose.
I love when Phil has to look at the back of the book for NPC names.
I'm Julian. That's Brallet right there.
Julian and Brallet. How long have you been serving here?
Oh, yeah, since I was a teenager.
So you would say that you have dedicated your life to Vizima, to the
Dedicated
kingdom.
my life to a horse thighs. They slap each other on the back.
I misjudged you. Too right, good sir. You know what? Just for that. Another 2 beers, thank you.
Oh, go on then. All right, go on.
And they pull another 2 beers, and he'll spend the next 5-10 minutes just playing into their ego, into their arrogance, and like piling on like more stories about this witcher.
Give me a persuasion or a charisma, whichever you like.
Oh, you mean that thing that I have bonuses for against humans?
I forgot that charisma is a separate skill.
I don't
in
much
this one.
care that this is all headed
It's all
towards
focused on you.
fear-mongering towards me
witches.
and other witches, and it's probably going to bite me in the ass
Also,
afterwards.
just as a note, alcohol's very expensive.
Yeah, no, beer is 5 crowns.
Yep, cool.
Yep. So that is
Not in the Hairy Bear. It's not because it's watered down.
that's a 16.
16. Let's give them a. They're not very strong-willed, but I'll give them a roll just in case.
Good.
Nah. You have them eating out the palm of your hand quite quickly. You're buying them drink. They're willing to listen to you, and they think, you're some weird toff who's slumming it here, and they're just happy to keep drinking your booze. But yeah, while you keep giving them booze, you're getting under the radar, as if you will. You are getting in, being able to kind of turn them towards something without them realizing.
Yeah, he allows them to do a lot of the talking, to talk themselves up, talking about their escapades and such. He'll keep slipping in this notion of Little Mahakam, of Captain Reuben, and slowly turning their bravery and their bravado into rage and into this.
Against who?
He wants to know that the last place he saw the Witcher he heard is she
so
is
he's
there.
pinning it on the Witcher?
Currently, yes.
Okay. Not the non-humans or elves or anything like that. Just the
no,
Witcher
he doesn't,
specifically.
because if he does it with the elves, they'll just go to the first people they find as soon as they go in.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
yeah,
he needs
I
to
get you.
get them to Serpent Street, specifically.
So now I want a persuasion roll you can make at +3 because they're drunk and primed to persuade them to get down to Serpent Street. This is what you're persuading them to do, right? Get
Yes.
down to Serpent Street, find this Witcher, and run her out of town or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. 22. Would you like me to... Oh, well, I'll see how you roll first, and then I'm happy to let you know what I say.
I suspect you've got this, but we'll give it a go. Drunk guards are not known for their strong will. No, you got it. You got it.
He'll do that lovely thing of mirroring drunken behavior with drunken behavior.
Mm-hmm.
He has barely touched his first beer. I'll tell you what, right? The Witcher, the one that I told you about, the Witcher. That's
Who's come to town,
That's right.
messing with our people? Yeah.
I heard where she's going to be. Right this very fucking second, if you would believe it. Talking smack about the kingdom.
Talking what?
Smack! Sorry, it's an A-turn phrase. It's sorry. She has been going on and on and on about
Slagging off is what we say round here. Slagging off.
Not only had she taken down Captain Reuben, she'd do it again.
Wait. You're saying she's siding with those knife-eared bastards in Little Mackham? And that's where she's hiding.
Do you know Serpent
Those
Street?
witches, you never trust them. They say they're monster hunters, but they mess into people's affairs. I've always said that. I've heard you say that.
Julian.
I.
King among soldiers.
Yeah. I mean, I'm off duty right now, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can give you a little bit of information about where she is right this very second.
All right. Okay. Yeah. What are we supposed to do with that?
What? As I said, you are the king of the soldiers. You don't let her roll around thinking she can do whatever she wants. It's a show of force.
Okay, yeah.
That
We'll
she
run around.
needs.
Okay, and Bradlett's like, Julian, it's a witcher. I don't know about that. That seems like
What
a
is
bad
a
idea.
witcher against the might of the kingdom and your sword?
Julian's well on board. Julian's like, yeah, okay.
Two of you together, and whoever else you want.
Well, you know, Julian, you're like a brother. You're like a brother to me. So I will watch. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'll watch your back. Okay?
We are brothers. Sorry.
I don't know.
What do you mean, like a brother?
We are brothers. You never cared for me.
And think about what it would mean if you were the ones that brought down the slimy witcher and brought peace and restored order right here.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. So Julian's on board. Brallett's like, oh my. Okay. Sure. He's a bit drunk. He thinks, we can just watch Julian's back. He can, and they'll just intimidate the Witcher, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, okay, we'll just go tell him what's what. Tell him it's our town, and they're not to be messing with these knife-eared freaks, and to just get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Else we'll hand you to the black ones.
And he'll rally them up and almost stand up out of his seat and is like, she's got. Well, what are we waiting for?
Nothing. I got my own blade right here. No blades. Put that blade away. Oh, sorry. Shh.
We'll go outside and then we'll do that. Okay.
The hairy bear tavern keeper just like crosses out like incidents with blades.
No blades.
Yeah, just a big like sign with a like a
no
circle through
bad
it.
steel. Says it right above the bar. And look, I know we misspelled steel, but you can understand what it says.
I can't write.
And he'll allow them to like kind of, especially Julian, to follow that energy for Julian and whatever it is the other person's name is, to lead the way into Little Mahakam.
Did the other one have a name?
He did, but I can't
Julian
remember.
and Brallett.
Brallett, that's
I've realised the two names together sound a lot like a certain comedy actor.
I was just going to say.
That's a coincidence. They just happen to be next to each other in the list. But if it helps you remember it, that's all the better.
I love a bralette. I wear them all the time.
It's taking about 10-15 minutes to get them to stumble their way there and keep them energized.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And I need you to make an endurance check as well.
Did you walk out on your tab?
No, you pay as you go.
Okay.
You don't get a tab in the hairy bear. Mate.
How much was it in the end?
You spent at least the 5 crowns. Yeah.
It was 20.
20 crowns. Okay, good.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's just for me as an out of character moment. It's important that we keep track of
Oh,
money
yeah,
because
yeah.
my character's entirely based around that.
Around money. Yeah. 20 crowns. 20
Yeah,
crowns.
yeah.
20 crowns.
16.
Keep going.
I'm also going to
All's good.
say that because you didn't just lie, you got Eve to actually slap you, that you've still got like a handprint on your face.
Yeah, probably.
Because otherwise you could have just gone in lying, but
As
you
you come
actually
out-
got it.
And as you come out into the cold, that stings on your cheek extra strong.
You know
It
what
is
they say, a witcher slap stings twice.
He cracks his neck and there's like a grimace on his face and a tension in his shoulders, and he like forcibly, as the two start going overhead, he like forcibly puts his shoulders down and purses his lips and heads forward.
Roll to Cast The Blood-Soaked Rose is a Baby Beard Media production. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. All our podcasts are on Spreaker, Spotify, YouTube, and all good podcatchers. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/babybeard. The Witcher tabletop role-playing game is property of our Talsorian Games. Used with permission.